Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, 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 welcome. And I am going to start here. I just went live, so I'm sure people are probably going to get their notifications. So I'll wait a little bit. And just to explain what's going to be going on here today, I'm going to be going over a few, probably one or two legal acts that you need to know for your RHIA exam. So if you are someone that's going to be taking the RHIA exam, then you definitely want to stay on here because I'm going to be explaining some of the acts that you'll find in domain 2 that you need to know for this exam. So that is what I'm going to do today. So I'll go ahead and start here. I hope everyone's staying warm. If you're in the southern area of the world right now, it's snowing for some people. But the first act that I wanted to cover today was called HIPAA Breach Notification Act. And this act requires that covered entities, and by covered entities, I am referring to the actual facilities, they have to notify affected individuals, HHS, and in some cases, the media of a breach of unsecured PHI. So I'm sure some of you at some point have received a letter from some type of hospital or maybe a insurance company saying, hey, your information may have been compromised. And the reason why they're doing this is because they are following the HIPAA breach notification rule, which means that 500 or more people were impacted by this breach. So legally, they have to notify you and let you know about this notification or this breach, rather, in the form of a letter and just other requirements that's set by the higher beings, right? But they call this HIPAA breach notification rule, and you will often find details about this specific rule on the RHIA exam. So if you have never heard of the breach notification rule that's a part of HIPAA, please note that down right now and make sure that you study that forwards and backwards because you're going to need to know that for the RHIA exam. All right. Does anyone have any questions about the breach notification rule? This is once again a part of domain 2. Domain 2, breach notification rule. I am seeing no questions in the chat. So I'm going to go on to the next one that I wanted to cover. And I wanted to talk about the FMLA. Okay. Anyone here happen to know what the FMLA stands for? Any takers? Anybody want to take a guess as to what FMLA means? What does that stand for? Anyone know? Anyone here that's live? Anybody? Give you guys a few seconds, then I'll just share what it is. Okay. So for those that don't know, FMLA stands for Family and Medical Leave Act. So this is another rule or an act that came to be where certain employees are to receive up to 12 weeks of unpaid job protected leave per year. So for all of us watchers here who work for companies, they legally have to provide you with up to 12 weeks of unpaid job protected leave per year. So when you do need to take some type of medical leave for some reason or another, they have to honor that because of this act. So this is another rule that once again is important for you to know for the RHIA exam. So once again, please be sure that you document FMLA because you also need to know that because it may pop up on your RHIA or RHIA exam, and I want you guys to obviously get that right when you see it. Okay, so those are just a few rules for those that got in here a little bit late. The other rule that I covered was the HIPAA Breach Notification Act. So please jot that down. If you're not aware of what the HIPAA Breach Notification Rule is, be sure that you do know that and know all the details that come with it. Understand why it's used, how it is executed, and just why it's important for it to be used in our industry, because that's a great question to ask you on the RHIA exam. Okay, so for all the other acts, and there's plenty of acts, if you're like, hey, I need to know more acts, okay, this is great, but what else is available? If you're looking for a list of all of the other acts that potentially could be on your RHIA exam, obviously I can't tell you exactly which ones, right? No one's going to know that, but if you're looking for that information, then I recommend checking out, and I'm going to share my screen here, checking out my website. So I actually have, and it's been here for a while, I don't know if people have this, but I do have on my marketplace on our website, we do have little mini study guides for students that may not need a full on review, but they just need to know particular aspects of the RHIA. And one of the aspects that we do cover are the RHIA laws and acts. So if you are nervous about that section or just really want to be more prepared to understand what you need to know when it comes to those legal things within domain 2, then this RHIA laws acts to know is going to be what you want to aim for. Also, I'm going to go ahead and stop my share here, but the last thing that I wanted to quickly also mention here before we close this short live, I also wanted to talk about our, well, not our, but the actual book here, RHIA Exam Rapid Facts for Success. It's kind of hard to see right now with the glare, but this is also a really good book to have as you're studying for the RHIA. I have received a lot of questions about how do you actually use this book? Okay, I got the book, but what are your recommendations on how to actually implement this as part of my studying? There is a study guide actually in the front of this book that should lead you on, you know, which domains to study each day, how to actually go through the content. So for those that still have not bought this book, and if you want to be, you know, as confident and as prepared as possible, make sure to invest in yourself and get this book, because it is very helpful and was made with a lot of time and effort and a lot of details in here that will surely make a difference in your scores. So hopefully that was helpful for those that were here. And I will go ahead and put this on the channel for those that were not able to make this live. So if you're watching this in the replay, welcome. And hopefully this was a helpful, quick little review for you guys. So once again, stay warm because it is very cold right now. So stay warm wherever you are. And I will see you guys somewhere per usual on the internet. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.